What's going on, YouTube? Another video. It's pretty soon. A new cast member.
I'm Lauren.
What do we got for you guys today? Oh, we got the whiskey. Cope whiskey. Yes, we just had black. Now we got the whiskey. Bourbon whiskey. It's a battle. It's not a battle.
It's a battle.
This is going to be straight about the whiskey, independent from the black, right?
I might have a couple things to say comparing the two, but technically it is not a battle.
I know, you're right. I'll be comparing them heavily throughout the whole review. But, let's get this underway, and you guys fucking put a lip in. Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a great plan.
Well. We usually do presentation and then smell and then put in oil. We're just going to start with the lip today.
Yeah, we'll start with the lip, and then we'll get on to the review.
That works perfect. Just
That way it's no longer.
pack a lip, drink a lager. You gotta do that so you can you pinch your dip. Well, maybe. So you gonna pack your own can of chew
I
before you
can't.
put your dip in one?
YouTube, I can't pack a dip yet. Sorry.
YouTube. The masses of YouTube.
I'm not that.
Even though masses
Still.
aren't watching our video.
I'm
Spittin'.
gonna need a little bit more than that.
In the black mud jug, which we always spit in. Can't beat it. It doesn't got a cool design, but it serves its purpose.
Thanks, Casey. That's a pretty good thing.
It's for YouTube.
It's for YouTube.
Whatever.
I spilled some on my hand.
Alright, first off, presentation. Personally, I really like this can. You got the Cope logo, little Copenhagen logo, whiskey blend. It's got that old
Like it?
cowboy rugged feel to it. Date.
Fresh ass pen. Definitely some nice chew.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I really like the can itself. You can just throw that bitch, it don't spill.
Not at all.
Look at that shit, it don't spill. As far as like the stability of the can, it's got your tin top, plastic bottom, but you know, it's not going to spill when you pack it.
Smell! Hail Satan!
Smell!
Smell! Say smell, please, into the camera.
Well,
Smell.
I'm not as crazy as they are.
As far as comparison goes, this is definitely, as far as smell, it's a lot weaker than the Copenhagen Black.
Definitely. You can definitely tell the differences between the bourbon and the whiskey, but it's still got that slight alcohol smell to it.
Yeah, the whiskey. It's very faint though. It's almost nice. You smell the tobacco, but you smell the whiskey also.
See, with the black, I felt you just smelled the bourbon. It was just the alcohol smell, and it was pretty intense.
Yeah, it was
But
strong.
you can actually smell the tobacco in this dip.
Yeah.
I like the smell of this dip, but I didn't other shit.
You can smell that little bit of that bitterness you smell in some natural chew. You know what I mean? That little bit of bitter smell.
And I almost smell a slight chemical overtone. Nothing that's negative, but a slight chemical, yeah. Maybe not chemical, but just
I smell the chemical smell.
yeah. She gets it. I get it too.
I'm not sure if I understand that. I don't really smell the chemical in it. Tobacco.
Yes.
Oh, nice catch, jackass.
You said it on my lap, jackass. On the taste. It's just pretty good.
Taste!
I like it. I think it's good.
Not bad.
Another comparison, this shit,
Weaker.
compared to the
Copenhagen
whiskey black,
flavor is weaker.
it's
than
got
the
a,
black.
yes, but you can still taste the tobacco at the same time as the whiskey.
Mhm.
Personally, I love the taste. It's some really good shit. It's got that slight undertaste of the whiskey, and you can taste the almost natural kind of chew.
Mhm.
The actual Copenhagen
That's what I
straight
say too.
Copenhagen by itself.
Not straight flavor, but straight like Copenhagen.
Straight
LC.
Copenhagen, yeah.
That's what I'd say too. The like whiskey flavor versus tobacco. The tobacco flavor comes out more in this than in the black. I think the black is you taste more bourbon than tobacco, but with this you taste more tobacco versus whiskey.
And it's not as soft.
Mm-mm.
It is really moist though.
It's got a nice sweetness too. It's got a nice sweet undertone, just like the black that keeps it good. And another thing I'm getting myself is a bitterness on the back of my throat, a kind of bitter aftertaste.
I feel it.
See, personally, I don't get that. I don't understand that personally, but I don't know. I taste the Copenhagen taste and the whiskey, and personally, they mix perfectly together.
Yeah, it's a good dip.
It's amazing.
As far as cut goes, standard Copenhagen long cut.
It's nothing like a Grizzly long cut. It's not as long, but your Copenhagen long cut is going to be a little shorter than your Grizzly long cut. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this on our camera here. We'll try and give you guys a view. Tilt the can a little more.
It's a little more fine cut than where's that mint?
It's finer cut than the Grizzly, definitely, but it's
Yeah,
your
you
average
see-
Copenhagen.
Grizzly is super long cut, like
It's soft on your lip. Not as soft as that Copenhagen Black, because that shit was just like soft as can be.
yeah, softest dip I've ever had.
But this right here, it's not harsh on your lip at all, because it's quality tobacco.
Yeah, Cope is good. And this can, specifically from 7-Eleven in northern Michigan, Charlevoix area, it was only $3.50.
That's not bad at all. For
No.
Copenhagen, you ain't gonna beat that.
No.
Around
Maybe
here
like
anyway.
down in Atlanta and Georgia, close to the tobacco farms, you guys are probably getting the best price. But $3.50 for a can of Cope up here is as cheap as it's going to get.
Definitely. I've seen the prices on Coke, and that's fucking pretty expensive.
When
It's
you're
like
buying,
kind of ridiculous.
when you're buying a
actually.
tin of Copenhagen at the gas station right over here out the window, you're paying almost as much as a pack of cigarettes. You're buying
Cheap pack of cigarettes.
You can buy a cheap pack of cigarettes or a can of two for pretty much the same exact price. $5,
Can of Coke.
$5.50 for a can of Copenhagen.
Yeah. That's just up here in northern Michigan. I don't know about you guys.
It was kind of cool today. We asked Josh's mom to pick up a can of Coke Black.
And I got my ID. I'm 18.
We just wanted another 10. She was going to the store, and she came back with Coke whiskey. That got me really excited.
$5.13.93, motherfuckers.
Coke whiskey.
Unfortunately, Casey and I don't have ours with us. But we are
They're
18.
both 18, so don't be hating.
I was pretty excited when she came home with something different we could review for y'all.
Yeah. It's especially since we just did the black. It's kind of a battle. I hate to say it, but it is because, you know, this is whiskey, the black is bourbon. Now down to the final verdict, as far as score goes.
Ooh.
Personally, I give this a... You guys decide. I gotta use the bathroom.
Alright. So, I'm gonna have to say, personally, on this Copenhagen whiskey blend, Cope whiskey blend, actually, I'm gonna have to give it a full 10 out of 10 score. The only other chew I gave a 10 out of 10 would be the Grizzly Straight. My favorite chew of all time, but I could see chewing this shit daily. Personally, I could chew it every day because it's not that overwhelming taste. You can really taste the chew and the flavor they put into it. And I really enjoy that. And I can handle chewing this every day.
I give it about a 9.
I'd have to give it my 10 out of 10. You give it a 9, you have some reasons?
Well, I haven't really tried that much chew, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not a big fan of like the whiskey flavor. And I don't know. I'm gonna agree with Josh on this one. It kind of gives me like a bitter taste in the back of my throat, and I don't really like that. I'm more of a mint fan, I guess. There's just something about this taste that, you know, it kind of throws it off a little. I don't mind it. Like, I can chew it every day, but
I'm gonna give this 7.5. I hate to give it a correction.
7.5.
But that don't mean it's bad. If you think about the scale, 10 to 1.
Definitely.
This is good dip. Definitely a thumbs up. Worth trying.
definitely worth trying. This is my first time trying it, and I didn't think I'd like it, but it's actually pretty good.
It's something I could chew regularly. But
Definitely.
I give it the solid 7.5. As far as the comparison goes between this and Copenhagen Black, I personally prefer the Copenhagen Black over this any day.
See, personally, I prefer this over the Copenhagen Black.
And that's why you watch us.
Just because this isn't so much of an overpowering taste over the chew. I like to taste my tobacco on top of my other tastes, and I don't know, this stuff really gives me that tobacco taste plus that little bit of flavor that really kicks it up a notch. That's why I'd rate it the same as my Grizzly Straight, which is my favorite. But the price of this, honestly, I'd pay it to chew this every day because it's delicious. I enjoy it a lot.
So, at the end of it, of this all, definitely worth getting. It's worth giving it a try.
It's definitely worth giving it a try. Take it from me. I'm a new chewer.
And she likes it, so what's that tell you?
What'd you start out chewing? What was your first step? Remember?
Peach. I can't remember what
Skull
type.
Peach.
Skull Peach.
Skull Peach is decent. As far as fruity dips go,
yeah.
Skull Peach is the best.
It's the only one I'll chew.
It's tasty.
It was the first one I could get her to try. And she moved on to some wintergreen and even some straight from there when she was out of cigarettes.
I know Cheyenne likes Skull Peach too. Maybe it's a woman thing.
It's just the sweetness
What?
of the flavor.
I shouldn't mention her.
But this...
Fuck
this
that
stuff,
hoe.
Hey. This stuff is definitely pretty good. You know, going from peach to wintergreen to straight to whiskey, pretty much. It's definitely different. I think I'm gonna have to say I might rate mint a little bit better than this. Sorry guys, but it's just
There, YouTube.
Much love, YouTube. Great chew. Pick up some Coke whiskey. You won't regret it, I promise.